The debate on the president's address gives all parties an opportunity to dissect what was presented to the nation and discuss whether those projected plans and policies will take the country in the right direction. Those inside the government of national unity agreed that this is the correct course for South Africa.
We need to continue to engage within our society, within and outside these chambers, to ensure that our society unites and thrive to act in unity, consistent with the call that was made by His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday, that our country must converge in a national dialogue to determine our collective future.
It is important to acknowledge that there are still some areas of divergence that require attention. This is a natural feature of any multi-party government anywhere in the world. However, in all of these areas of divergence, which are natural when you bring 10 parties together, I am convinced that we can find a way forward. If this government of national unity succeeds in delivering on its apex priority of growing the economy and creating jobs, then the builders will defeat the breakers once and for all.
The government of national unity must be revealed as a responsive, empowering force for good. It must work, as the IFP has always done, hand in hand with the people. The IFP is committed to a national dialogue to address social cohesion, landlessness, and the growing gap between the rich and the poor. We are committed in creating a stable GNU that is responsive and delivers.
What the Honourable President said yesterday, he said it is the priorities we will have to attend to. And everyone must ask him or herself, do they agree that the policies and the matters that the President has put on the table, whether they also see those as priorities? Because if we deal with the priorities, then we can have success.
Some of those outside the GNU made it clear what they thought of the speech.
Sadly, last night was a déjà vu moment for myself and all too many South Africans. Your understandable sales pitch for your new government and promises might have sounded fantastic to the naive amongst us, but the electorate who showed their jaundice towards your last government know that these were flights of fantasy. Because, Honourable President, we don't trust you anymore. We don't believe you anymore.
MK party leader, impeached Judge Dr. John Hlophe, called for the scrapping of the South African legal system, saying it is based on Roman Dutch law. He also called the GNU a cruel joke.
It is our considered view that the speech that was delivered by the President yesterday fails on so many fronts. And you have forgotten the reason why you were elected, Mr. Ramaphosa, in the first place. We have forgotten the reasons. You have, to put it bluntly, you have sold out.
We grew up being told that some of you were collaborators, but we gave you some benefits of the doubt. It was said in this house that you personally wrote a letter to the apartheid police accusing your fellow comrades of planting communist ideas in your head, and we refused to believe that story at that time. It now makes sense.
This attack on the GNU didn't sit well with some of its members.
I want to say to Honourable Judge Hlophe, I'm sitting there and I'm shocked because you, Honourable Judge, have sent many of my old friends to jail with Roman Dutch law, which you enjoyed. It cannot be. I'm going to pay for an appeal for everybody that has been sentenced by you, because you sentenced them with the wrong law according to you. Thank you very much, Honourable.
Former President Jacob Zuma attended the debate. Meanwhile, all political parties will be given the opportunity to debate the president's speech before Ramaphosa responds to their input next week. Abra Barbia, SABC News.